Echo Lima 87. This is 100 watts and a wire.
All right, stand by. Hey, hello, welcome to 100 watts and a wire. We are just acting crazy. Didn't even do a pre-show countdown because we're catching up, and we're like, let's just go ahead and go, and we'll put it out there to the people. Yeah, the burning ring of fire. Maybe we retire the burning ring of fire. I mean, what the heck? It's Christian K0STH, along with Steve W7UDI. Scotty's here, KC3BXN, and we've all promised each other we are going to just catch up and talk about things that are going on in our life, radio, ham radio, broadcast radio, whatever is going to come along. We'll sit and we'll talk about. Steve said, let's just do it, and we'll talk for an hour. And I think you said, fuck it, or something like that, right? That's what it was.
I like this. I like where this is heading.
He likes it. You got to wind him up. That's right, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Drop the F-bomb in the first 30 seconds.
Hey, welcome back.
I love it.
Nobody's here. Nobody heard it. It's the tree in the forest.
We got Greg Roberts is watching.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sir, can I get you a beverage? Some cheese.
Hey, Grego,
perhaps?
what's happening?
Good to see you, Greg. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we, life sometimes will get you, and my story has got to take second to Steve, who gave us all a little bit of scare, but I got to yield my time to the fine senator of Washington State. To tell us what's going. We don't have to talk about anything because you hear him laughing. Everything is sounding great, but we did have a little bit, and I think you do have quite a bit of people who know you, and lay it on us.
Yeah, well, it's have some extra hardware in the heart, so I have a stent, and it'll be 2 weeks this coming Wednesday. It was doing a fire drill. We were doing an exercise and started experiencing some chest pains, and the medics took me in, and within a couple hours I had new hardware and spent a couple of nights in the at the hospital. And but I'm on the mend, feeling great. Been losing weight, which has been good. I'm down 15 pounds, so it's like, yeah. My wife is just beside herself. She just can't believe how much weight I'm losing, and just changed up the diet. So, guys,
You have
listen to
a
your
little of
body.
that Ozempic face going on.
I just want to say, after you lose a considerable amount of weight, your penis stays the same, right? Everybody, it doesn't.
Yep, pretty much. I
Wanna...
still have old man pain.
That's hysterical.
But other than that, the good thing is I've had some time off. I have a cardiologist appointment coming up. So, God dang it, Steve, it's starting to sound like 75 meters here. No,
We can
but
check into that. We can do that.
I
Get down to
I did get a
3,900,
chance to
Steve.
kind of I did get a chance to redo the shack a little bit, so I kind of rearranged
my.
things, and
We're going to get a tour? Okay, well, let's
uh,
just do that because
oh,
let's see if we can do. Steve's got
oh,
a
yeah,
little bit of a.
that's position one. We'll bring that over to here. So
Oh
let
man,
me bring this camera. Let me
is
It's a
bring
that
that
little,
camera
little.
down a little
We're
bit.
just
Up the
waiting it
wrong
to.
way.
is that part of that Mercury amplifier you're running now?
Okay,
That little
so
display on the right.
yep, that's the this is the Mercury Lux. It's
Oh,
all solid state.
Right.
So
Talk
yeah, that's the little
slower.
bad boy. The Mercury Lux.
We got to get
I
your
mean
video to
that's a
clear up
great,
just a
And
little
then
that's a
bit.
the
great, great friggin' name for an
I
amplifier.
know, but
Mercury
my
Lux.
internet connection sucks.
Well, we'll definitely
And
keep going. We'll
then
we'll
still got
run it.
the 101 got moved over, and then I got the old FT 1000 behind me, or to the left of it. So it's what I call position one, my main station, and then behind me is and Scotty, you'll like this.
Where?
The
That's what I was
old
saying. Where's there?
3000.
There it is.
There it
That's
is.
my
And
number.
it's
That's
paired
my
up
number
with,
one. Oh yeah.
I
Is that a,
started using it yesterday. So it's paired up with the ACOM, the old tube
nice?
amplifier,
Is that a
and
450 I see
and
down
then
there on the
the
bottom?
on the bottom is the FT450, and then the FT710 are right above it.
God.
So
Nice.
it,
I, I
yeah,
still have my
I
450. I
picked
love
the
that radio.
710 up on a whim. Let's bring this camera.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do, 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 do. Got to bring the camera up a little bit, but yeah, I just got a chance to
Yasu for the win.
Oh, I'm
read.
sorry. There you go.
Yeah, here we go. Let's just do it that way.
We're all
But
rusty.
it was, yeah, that's all we are. Bunch of old farts. But it was a chance to, get it going again. And that's awesome, Eric.
Steve's on a slight delay in the WJZ van tonight, so it's kind of fun. Scotty and I are just holding back because
My
The
internet is
microwave link is slow tonight.
my. Oh God, yeah. No, it's the DSL sucks. But it is what it
wow,
is. And
Steve, it is
so,
beautiful.
but oh, thanks. And it was
What'd
so
you do
much
with
fun to
the?
get back on the 3000 last night there, Scotty. It was like I miss that old radio.
It's such a
It
good
was
rig.
it
It
was a
really is,
blast.
man. It's
Let me
It
ask
is. I ha
whoever's around, and sorry, Steve, I think we'll just kind of step on each other a little bit. We're going to try it. We're doing great.
Mhm.
I
it,
think you
it,
you
it,
just getting it late a little bit later. Don't tell me I'm glitching. Don't tell me I'm
no,
glitching, man.
okay
That's
with you.
been
No,
making
no,
me
you're
mental.
great. You guys are great. It's my end. I got a solution I gotta implement here
I
to
just pushed my button.
deal.
Now I'm all mental. I'm like, no, I can't glitch. I've been having trouble with glitchy audio this last week, and he's like, no, and that's like poison. I'm like, is it really? I'm like, is it really? No. And he's like, no.
It's fine. It sounds
That's
great.
great.
No, you're fine. I'm probably glitchy.
You've come up. Hey, do you guys prefer this one? Because look, you can kind of see their shacks. You want to hold on this for a little bit?
You
Everybody's
don't want
got
to
some
see my
sexy
shack right
stuff.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're going to see a sock back there. Just plug it in. I'm chasing the gremlin. I
I
just
got
want to.
my bench has got a bunch of shit all over it. That's why I have the lights off, try to hide it all.
No, I mean, if you don't want it on there, I think it looks cool
You can
though.
leave it up. You'll notice that my 101 is missing, however, though.
What?
I have that.
It was
So, well,
Mark,
no, it's
wasn't
it's
it?
fine.
Oh,
It's fine. So this was a couple. I don't know, about 6 weeks ago now. We had a potential flood scare, so I actually pulled a bunch of crap out of here.
oh
That
wow.
like my mint condition FT101E. I would never be able to find another one in good a shape as the one I have. So I pulled that and took that to work. It's sitting at the studio right now. I just haven't brought it back home. And then a bunch of projects on there. Just picked up a late 1940s RCA turntable phonograph with a built-in speaker at the Goodwill store for $15 in gorgeous condition. So the original RCA tubes in there, since it has an audio amp and a speaker, there's got to be some 12AX7s and maybe a 6BQ5 and all original RCA tubes. So if the turntable's crap, I got my $15 out of it with those original RCA tubes that'll slide over into my Fender Deluxe Reverb amp.
You know what? I wish I could send easy enough. I'd have to send it from St. Louis, and it's something that both of you and everybody else would say, you can do this. And I don't know that I can. I've got a Vox Head amp from I don't know, it's 68 or 69.
Oh, yeah.
And it has the nicest, if you play through it, it's got its own, you can dial in a little bit of chorus, a little reverb. It's an interesting piece, right? And it gives a nice soft sound to your like even electric acoustic, but it sounded good on most things I put through it. But if you touch the chassis, it'll shock the shit right out of you, like you're like, what the hell?
Chassis.
Those old tube amps will do that to you.
Need to get grounded here. It's got the 2-prong and it needs the 3-prong.
It also has the depth cap. So those old amps, they would have a capacitor across the mains to chassis, and so the idea was that there was nothing was polarized, and so you could, if you plug the plug in a certain way, you would have, hot would be on the chassis, neutral would be on the circuit. Turn the plug the other way, hot would be on the circuit, neutral would be on the chassis. In an effort to eliminate, EMI, or not really EMI back then, but some RFI to some hum, they would strap a capacitor across those leads to ground. So no matter which way you plug the plug in, these caps would try to filter out, noise, so the amp wouldn't make a lot of noise. But they call them the death caps, because capacitors, when they go bad, they tend to short circuit instead of go open. And so then you could get the full house current on the chassis of your amplifier, and people have died from that. They call it the death cap. So that sounds like a death cap issue. It needs to be removed, and then a 3-prong plug put in, properly grounded and polarized.
It's on the way. As soon as I can, I knew you were the guy. I looked at it this morning. I'm like, should I take it? And I'm in a rental, right? It's probably not the forever rental. We're renting for this year. It just had to happen that way, going from Florida out here. And I'm thinking, like, I don't want to bring everything I have, although it's super cool and I'd like to play a little bit. I brought one of my guitars here to at least play, and I need a speaker for it. I don't have a cab anyway. But I'm like, that thing, now that it's that old, it looks really cool. It's late 60s.
Those old Vox amps are awesome.
If I got a cool, wide enough speaker for it, wouldn't have to be crazy, and I could plug my guitar into it and just play with it, and I could shock the shit out. I mean, like, it literally is like, ooh, lemon, like, damn, like you think your G chord was just so electrifying.
As you're holding the strings, you have to just tap the chassis with an open finger, and like, oh, that one shocks. So then you unplug it and turn the plug around, and then you'll be good. For now. So
live through the pain point. Try it again, and then if you don't catch it right away, or just so, try it again. I see what's happening here. Oh, Scotty said that. But yeah, it'll make you feel. Different. That's for sure. But anyway, I thought of you, and I had talked to Bob Heil about that before, and of course he diagnosed. He didn't go into the detail you did, but he basically said you got to put a ground in your thing.
He knew this for sure.
He knew that these guys were getting shocked, like literally shit would run out. Big G chord.
That's happened on stage for years. And you hear about people like guitar players like getting bit by the mic on stage. They go up to sing, and then they get their mouth gets bit by the. I mean, that's it's a hot chassis. It's literally a polarity issue. And then on those old amps, they just had 2-prong and non-polarized plugs. And it was a 50-50 chance that you were going to get bit by the mic that night.
Yeah.
Depending on the way the plug got put into the socket.
That was a sound guy keeping you from eating the microphone.
Exactly.
They touch it or they cup it. I'm cupping it. I keep getting shocked, and I'm cupping it. Stop cupping it. Stop touching it. Stop doing that. Why are you trying to get shocked? Yeah, that's so it's kind of I want to have that here. I have the guitar here, and I love playing acoustic, but it's an electric acoustic, so you're not getting a hollow body feel of an acoustic guitar, or the sound for that matter. But I love the way it feels, and I'm like, it would probably do all right, if I got myself a little speaker that could match the old Vox, something. But
a little cabinet.
We'll see. Get a little cab and play some ditties, because I think we need some new music, and I know you're not you're busy, so I think we're gonna get freshen some stuff up.
I haven't fired up my Pro Tools rig here at the home studio in probably 7 or 8 months, actually.
Yeah.
The band room, the music room where I have my recording rig and the setup. It's been turned into a storage closet. In a spare bedroom, so when I snore too much, Kelly goes sleeps in there.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, that's a whole.
So yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not thinking about going out and playing at all, but it does feel good to kind of, play with it, as it were. There's a Sherry for that. I don't know, something going on with my sound effects.
Jim was just asking. He's just asking. He's like, "Is Sherry on call tonight?" I think she may be.
What are we saying? Yeah, I don't know where she is. Her line may be blocked.
Is
We
she
cut her
still
loose.
working for us?
Well, if you're here and you have
New era of
a,
100 watts in a wire.
we got this just in from beyond.
Don't get off don't get off axis.
Oh.
Oh no, you gotta suck it. You gotta be right here.
Sage advice.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
from
Just don't get too close
K9DID.
so you don't get shocked.
Just don't, don't cup it. Don't cup it and don't put it in your mouth. So I know I'm mixing the messages here from Dr. Heil, but anyway, there's an interesting bit of audio where that came from, and he's describing the how microphone technique has to work with rear rejection. What did you guys think it was about? Jesus,
don't.
you're the guy. You get
Jesus
I've
Christ!
been I've been going down the rabbit hole on some old Ham Nation Bob Heil stuff when he was doing the Pine Board AM transmitter
Oh yeah,
project.
that was a big thing.
And George
The Pine
just,
Board
you know,
build, yes.
Yeah, and George would talk about how like the tube mic preamp he'd talk about tubes and how it would work and how and I've been going just kind of revisiting all those old videos of Bob's about that project. I still want to build one. Antique Electronics still offers the Bob Heil Pine Board kit.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, really?
The last time I looked, with the transformer and the tubes and the caps and all the associated stuff.
Well, what about the coil? Because I think the coil that was used was available from MFJ.
MFJ, yeah. So that might be the tough part. Or you could, make your own coil.
That sounds sexy.
Hardcore.
For some reason, that does not want to play well for me. I just need a little music to tell the folks back home or anybody listening on their commute that BioEnnoPower is your best lithium phosphate batteries. They support us and have for quite a while now, and I appreciate the support from BioEnnoPower. BioEnno Power.
Did remember to pull up the links page. I can paste it in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's part of my responsibility.
His responsibilities.
You're all
Also,
on the
if you have any questions for us, you can ask questions about anything. We'll give advice to you with the disclaimer of we're pretty
It might
fucked
not
up.
be right, but hey.
We're all pretty much not doing it great. But we will help you get to where we are. How about that? Somewhere in the middle. No, just kidding.
So
If you have questions.
speaking about little QRP radios, you remember when we were at Dayton, Scotty? This finally arrived.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that the QRP Labs one? Yeah, it is.
It took
Very
quite
cool.
a few. They said, "Oh, it'll be here in 2 weeks." No, 2 weeks times many 2 weeks. It took a while, but
Can we see it again,
actually,
Steve? What is it?
it's a little QRP rig. I haven't had a chance to mess with it, but it does sideband. But what's kind of funny is the microphone. It's not your ordinary microphone. It's kind of odd, and but it's just this little 2, 3 watt, 5 watt radio. It's all
Awesome.
pre-assembled. It was a couple $100 for it. It wasn't bad, and then I got a GPS uh, antenna for it. So I was gonna try to use it
cool.
with kind of screw around with FT8 with it or something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it's
would
fine.
be a lot of fun. I was thinking about that, or they went the ZBitX that Farhand was selling.
Mhm.
And it was either that or the QRP Labs. If I was gonna pull the trigger on one of those little rigs, and I didn't pull the trigger on either one, but that's really cool. They're really popular.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
surprised
it's-
it took a while for you to get it. They're extremely
Yeah,
popular.
it was amazing the amount. So I went on their webpage and it had the build by the serial number by the order number, and I was way down, and it was like because I purchased on Sunday, and good God, it was a lot of people bought them. So yeah, so it was a couple $100 for a little QRP rig. So something to maybe mess around with this winter. We'll see what happens. Yes, but fun stuff.
Ooh, look at you all tuned in. You might have to be the sound effect person too. We're gonna give you some more You're gonna be like Fred Norris back there.
I've been studying some CW, and I picked up a cheap little key at a ham fest a little while ago, and I just I have the headphone jack on the 3000 hooked into the
Ooh,
mixer, so I can.
who's your mentor, Don?
Not yet. No, I have not to the point where I need a mentor yet. But
We know what that is.
but yeah, I can. So I got to. I got that going for me. So far,
You've got the
that's
link
nice.
to Sherry's office there. I never knew. He's got the key. So speaking of mitts, we're talking about Don, and Don's one of our net controls. He's one of the faithful for sure. Steve the other. We could always use net control operators just in the case of illness or travel or whatever. If you'd like to do that, we'll connect you on Discord with Steve. He's sort of he's the general of the net. He's the boss. And but if you want to take one of the frequencies or just talk to us, and we'll put you in the game. That's all.
Yeah, just it's an opportunity to get on the air and just talk with folks, and you just kind of just be yourself. Nothing. Don't try to mimic us because we're idiots, but be yourself and just have a good time. And there's no right way, wrong way. Just do it your way, and we'll just get a hold of me through Discord and or other ways, and we'll go from there. But would love to have you
Yeah.
join us, and even if you want to do it for 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, no problem. We'll we'll help you along.
So I hear
the pay is terrible, by the way. So
Yeah, it's you're just making buku money.
yeah, tons of money. It is a great operating thing, and we can get you hooked up. It's good to have a little bit of depth there because people get busy. We'll be heading into the holidays before too long, and one of the things, even though the show would take breaks or what have you, and life would push us elsewhere, we always Sunday, like a Sunday service on the air, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock on the East. What is it out there for you at that point? Is it 5? I got you, 5 p.m. out there for Steve. So what do we
Us West
do?
Coasters.
We're doing 20 to start off with, and now we get a little deeper.
We're
we go to
doing
40.
20 and 40 right now. So, and then basically at the time change, then I'll drop down to 40 with Don, and usually Don runs an hour. And then I'll pick it up from then, because then the propagation gets a little better on the West Coast, so it uh, works out great. Hey, I would love to have a 10-meter net for the text, James. It would be awesome. In fact, and then I apologize. We have a DMR uh, or D-Star net also that just started up here recently, and yeah, so hey DJ, and so yeah, I would love to have more on the tech side, and D-Star is a great place, and maybe venture out into either analog linked FM or or DMR or whatever. But hey, if someone wants to step up and try 10 meters, that would be awesome. I would
Yeah.
love to have someone do 10 meters, and that would be great.
We'll put the link to our Discord in here as well. If you're seeing this, you'll be able to come on over. It's pretty chill. We're starting to heat it back up again, and I would dare to say that if you were into any particular band or working any particular mode, we can accommodate that, right?
We'll
I mean,
fit you in.
especially if you're
Yeah.
if that's what you're into, then it doesn't feel like you're burdened, So anyway,
Yeah.
reach out through Discord. What are you unwrapping back there, Steve?
I was
hear
putting
you.
the
You're putting it back. I got you. I thought you were
Yeah.
getting ready to be like, "Here's a picture of me naked in Hawaii,"
No.
because I heard him kind of
Whoa!
Yeah.
No,
I lost some weight. Look at
It's
this.
bigger now. I don't.
Yeah.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup?
Yeah, sorry, Sherry. So sorry. But hey, that's great. So yeah, that's a little bit about our net. You can catch that
Hmm.
Sundays at those times, and if you want to talk about it, reach out on Discord. It's the best way to go because I think all of us are in and out of there, and we catch things, and you can send private messages and those sorts of things. So, and I know James has got a
Just
rig. He's here.
Maui Wowie.
Yeah. Well, I may have. I can't say it, but what is it? Never mind. I'm glitching. I'm glitching. I'm not saying I'm full of a gummies, but I'm not saying it either. I don't know about Steve. Steve, you must have gotten some gummified things, right?
I got a cardiac approved gummies. So
All right.
You're right.
yeah,
Excellent.
yeah, I have to. It's the low sodium version gummies, so that's
There
why.
you go. It's the blood thinning gummy. I like it. It
Blood
sounds
thinning.
real.
Yep.
Blood. Every
Instead of pills, they just give you a gummy, and off you go.
Did you say you lost 30 pounds, 15 pounds? What was it?
No, I wish. I'm about 15 right now. So
Damn, good for you. Good for you. Okay. So when you had your incident,
mhm.
like what was your body feeling? Were you just feeling out of sorts or did you feel pain? If I can ask, if it's too personal, you know what to do.
Well, so I was bunked up. I was under in and SCBA and entered the prop house and we're doing what was called a prime. My task was doing a primary search, and so it was the normal routine that we would do as a primary search. And through the prop house, I'm like going, I was noticing, I'm really sucking a little more air than I normally would. So I keyed in on my breathing and realized, I am sucking this bottle down a lot faster than I normally would have. So I was like, okay, tried to control my breathing, slow it down, but it was like, oh. And then I hit the top of the stairs, went to the second story, and then it was, I started to get some tightness in the chest, and it was like, okay, I'm breathing a little heavy. I'm getting some tightness in the chest. I'm in a smoke charged environment here. I need to extricate. And so I came out and then uh, got rid of my gear, stowed basically took care of my pack and shut it down because one of the things is if it doesn't move for a certain period of time, alarms go off and so I took care of that and then was kind of catching my breath and noticing that, hey, I just wasn't feeling right. Part of me could have went, yeah, just power through it and just go for it. And but this time, and I have been. That's the other thing. This has been going on for a little bit. It's been building up slowly, but and slowly. So I've been kind of powering through it. And oh, this too shall pass. Oh, it's like indigestion. Well, no, I didn't eat lunch that day, knowing that we had this drill coming up. So if it wasn't indigestion, I didn't want to fight that. And it was like, no, this is something different. Uh, the medics took me into the medic van, threw a 12 lead on me, and then it was we went from there. I got to tell you, I've had so many patches put on me. I felt like I've gotten the Brazilian, a Brazil. I mean, I have just I've had probably 50 patches in the course of a couple of days that have been put on, ripped off, put on, ripped off, and guys, it sucks.
That's
So,
terrible.
and then they entered my wrist here. There's no scar or anything. That's how they entered my artery to then get into the heart to put the the stent in. But they did prep me down in the nether regions, and so I'm clean shaven.
Oh man, you are ready for the Maui Wowie.
Wow, I think I'm ready for one too. It's starting to get spicy, as the kids say. Yes, Sherry, we understand. Sherry, I am a complete compliance. I understand. It sounds very sexy. So anyway, let's just to catch up. Steve got his nipples chased a little bit. Had a Brazilian. I'm not. We've got a follow-up question there. I'm not sure if that's a human or that's a manscaping thing. We're gonna follow up on that.
But it was all there, and it's hey, it is what.
But I'm glad to hear that they shaved your balls for you. Were you, were you, were you like aware of that, or was it just sort of like he's sleeping? This would be.
Oh yeah, I was awake the whole time. No. I was conscious through the whole thing, everything.
Oh.
It was, and then afterwards they replayed the sonogram and the whole procedure. They fast forwarded and they go, yep, there we go. This is what we did. Boom, boom, boom. And it was like it was too cool. So, but it was, and I got to tell you, the crew that I had in the cat lab they were whacked. They had some dark humor, which was awesome, and
Perfect.
we were having a good time, and so it worked out great.
Well, I know that was scary for your family, had to be, and scary for you too. One of the benefits of you, I think, being a firefighter is you probably were pretty tuned in to everything and the procedures that were happening to you.
Yeah, kind of. And to be honest, I was just kind of like, okay, where we go? I was just going with the flow. Obviously my wife and my youngest son who were there, they were freaking out, but fortunately, support staff from the district was with them. So,
That reminds me of a new sponsor. Since we talked about sidecars,
nuts.
shaving Brazilian on his chest and down below, I want to let you know that Uncle Paul has got a new harvest of Uncle Paul's nuts. We are now dipping his nuts in honey. What else is it, Scotty? It's honey. Is it I think it's just
Honey nuts and oats.
Honey nuts.
Oh God. Well, you know.
I think he's doing a limited run of Steve's shaved for his Brazilian nuts too.
We absolutely
For
take
a limited time only.
This is good medicine, guys. I know that you could say you're making really light of a heavy situation, but I think that's what Steve would
Yeah.
like to do, and we
That's
understand.
that's the way I roll.
I don't want to.
I'll admit it. I am whacked. I'm dark. I'm whacked, and but that's the way I roll. So,
So
Mark
yeah.
says, "Thank God it was no shave November."
Oh, join us here. This is why we do it. This is I don't know. It's great, but no, we do, and that this extremely serious condition. It was, no one was sending. I wasn't, at least, sending any wacky texts during the process of you healing through that week. I wasn't
I
playtime
would've
at all.
loved
This is fun. This is fun because we know you're cool. I think you were cool last Sunday, but it was like, we'll just take it. You know what I mean? Take it. Because you ran
Yeah,
off into
well,
town and got in trouble, but
oh yeah. Oh my God.
He's
Geez.
climbing towers and
like, maybe
hanging in
tonight's
town.
not
I
tonight.
didn't climb any towers. Trust me, I want to. I got to get winter projects done. I mean, got the shack done here, so now I need to concentrate outside and get things ready for the winter. But I did put up that EndFed antenna, so
Got to talk about
and
EndFeds now, because I mean that's a good thing. Steve, we're all really happy that you're feeling better and stronger, and you were right out of the box. Strong man, can't keep him down. He's got to go and do work, but went into town, stayed too long, got in trouble, and that was last Sunday. And it's like, maybe watch a movie
man,
with your wife. Maybe just do that, because I think you're gonna get smacked. So we're all feeling happy that you're healthy, and as a side effect, you are looking good. You do look 15
Thanks.
pounds, quick definitely made a difference. So, should
Yeah.
we go into? Should we talk about EndFed antennas a little bit? Because I believe
Sure.
that Scotty's been using them and has probably been.
I
I won't
have,
say.
not currently, but I have.
Yeah. Oh, have you? Okay. But I remember you doing that, right? You were kind
Yeah,
of
oh, yeah.
down, and when I was a total dummy, I had no ideas about it.
And
And now
I had
Steve's
one
got
here
one.
for a while, and I take one camping with me too. So I'm not able to put a EndFed up currently at this location. So I had one up. The power company screwed that all up for me, so I had to come down. But
They moved the box.
yes, I
and
love
made it weird.
EndFeds.
Yes.
Love EndFeds.
Well, Steve, let's start with you because you're doing something on a. Tell us what your project was or what you were testing out.
Well, the first thing I did was I built an end-fed in a kind of an inverted L configuration. So I put the 9-to-1 down at basically the ground, and then I went up on the tower, and then yes, I know. My camera's barking at me saying because I'm using hand gestures,
Oh,
and maybe I should just give it the finger. But
what's this
I went up
mean,
the
camera?
tower to about, and then went to a standoff, and then up 100 feet out to the other tower, and terminated there, and just was trying to see what effects um, how it would play out, and it was kind of. I wasn't really impressed with it too much, and so
How
when
long, how long of a wire did you
when you
have?
135 feet,
Okay, so I guess that's
so
an
it
80
was it
meter.
was long, 80 meters, and it so it wasn't, and it would tune on 160, but it just didn't seem to do well. So then Christian moved to the new place here, and then you were talking about a 41 foot, and then was and like, "Oh, let me try something different." And then I'll cut a piece of wire for 84 feet, and I took the 135 footer and cut it down to
Mm.
84, and then hoisted up the balun to the 40-foot level on the tower, and had a 17-foot counterpoise, and then strung that out. And this thing has been working quite well. I right now I have it onto the 1000 behind me, and it's tuning up on all the bands, and I've made a few contacts with it so far, and it's been working pretty well. It's I've been really impressed. It's yeah, I'm kind of I don't I put it up the end fed to try to see what everybody else is working with. I'm a little spoiled. I got the beam, I got the double bazookas for 40 and 75. I just wanted to see, how an in-fed would work, and I played with off-center fed dipoles, but I've been pretty impressed with it. It's the radio just tuned. I haven't had any issues with tuning up on 80 through 10 meters yet. I haven't tried 160. I'll just see if the radio will try to tune it or not. And I'm just using the internal tuner. I'm just trying to be like the regular folks. Even so, but that's where we've gone. Uh, and I did that project last week. So, and then this week was in here.
Well, I tell you, I came here and then I had so Mitz, right? Don, he's one of our net controllers. He's he sent me 41 feet of wire and a transformer that I think could
Ah, cool.
do certain, I think 9-to-1.
9-to-1 on
It couldn't do like 1,000 watts, but it could do a little something else. And so he sent it to me. It just showed up. I'm like, okay. So I put that up there, and it went up in a pine tree, almost straight up. So much, in fact, that it was like a vertical. I had the 9-to-1 about 2 feet off the ground, and it's connected to the tree at this moment. But the wire goes straight up this pine, and then a slight bend at the top. I'm like, oh, okay, well, and it had good, good readings. It was under 3, and could be touched up by the 7300, almost every band. And then 20 was pretty good, and it was just the length was not as efficient. And next thing you know, I'm deciding, all right, maybe I'll try, I think it was 58 feet. Is that the next one? And 58 feet was as squirrely. I'll have to look it up, but I know there's a 41 and then there's a 50 something. I think it's 58. It didn't play as well. Yeah, you actually sent it to
me. That might be a random wire length where you'd need a different on-end.
Yeah, there's certain random wire lengths to.
Let me see. Whatever it was, it went in. I went to the 50s, whatever the 50 some feet was.
Yeah, if it's a 9-to-1 on, and that is gonna be for a random wire. So like a 49-to-1 or somewhere in there is usually for the half wave EndFeds of whatever.
So
whatever band.
The magic numbers for a random wire antenna is 29, 35 and a half, 41, 58, 71, 84, 107, 119, 148. See, and that's where I ran into the problem. I used 135. And that's probably why I had issues when I had the inverted L up. And I should have kept it like at 107. But I'm running 84, so 58 should have been your magic number there.
Well, let me tell you,
how did it work out?
It went squirrely. It got a little crazy. I don't know why. It was just not happy. It was higher on 40. It should have been a little bit better on 40. 20 isn't a problem. It's enough wire, but 40 got whacked out, and I'm like, dude, this is over 4. So anyway, of course, I wasn't I knew I have more space. 41 is a great thought for a smaller kind of, and I'm between these wacky power lines. Oh man, this part sucks. I can relate with the power lines. So in my backyard, picture just a straight old rectangle yard in middle of America in most places. And in the center of the yard is a telephone pole, and it feeds power to both sides of my neighbors and to me. And to me, like
that's a convenient location.
And I'm like, you sum them up. But anyway, I figured, I don't need to cross any wires at all. I don't need to even come into any space with a possible snap line or anything like that. I can droop it in there as well. So I went to 71 feet sometime last week, and she's playing much better. It's good on it'll work on 80. Like the SWR it's doing all right on 80 and 40 and 20 and 17 and 15. And I'm like,
there you go.
I'm holding because my wires 41 up, and then I've got the rest of it's coming down almost like it's almost an inverted V, but it's got a straight vertical. What sketched me out about the 41 feet is that I was vertical, and I was like, how's this going to work? Am I doing this right? And then eventually I'm like, well, you have more
lay out a few radials and you got yourself a nice...
I tried radials, Scotty, and radials fucked it all up, man. I was like, I'm going to cut
because you have that 9-to-1 in there.
That's going to change the feed.
And you have to then get it down to quarter wavelength, and that would have, for 20, it would have been, 16 feet. So.
I didn't have this conversation with you guys. And so I was like, I'll put down a couple. I'll make a 33 feet one, and I'll keep the 17 feet and 8. It's like 17 feet 8 inches. It brought everything right back, and I left it alone. And it's been on there for each new attempt is the 17.8 because it's like I'm cool with. So 33 feet added didn't work. 33 feet by itself, and we're talking about the counterpoise. And so I'm back to the 17 foot, but we're 71 feet now in length, which gives me some kind of mental, it's better than. And mechanically, I believe it is. What I've been reading, longer wire is going to be a little bit more efficient. In this case, I've jumped up a couple lengths. Now I'm chatty here, but I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
That's good.
But if I could just say up 41, probably 40 feet in this pine tree has soft needles and sap. Our little dog got all kind of little sappy shit on her fur, like poor thing, laying out there trying to just get a little sun on a fall day, and like, so I'm like, what's this? Everybody's like, why'd she have all this? Anywho, but I'm coming right between these two power lines. They're not super close together, but if you picture how they're running to the pole, I'm drooping right in between.
Yeah.
And I'm not in danger of hitting them at all, and they're not making a ton of noise. So I was thinking about this over the weekend because I'm walking around the homestead, and I left all my ropes up. Old boys are going to retire and be sitting in the under these trees because I had it made back then, and I started off with probably too much of an antenna garden. I was spoiled, and now I'm like,
walking around
re-energized.
My full length 160-meter antenna.
Oh, Steve, the full weight 160. Steve, what about that bullshit? 500 feet of wire should have done it. What happened here? But and that's true. I did do that one time, and Steve probably remembers it. I got it 500 feet, about 10 feet in the air through the woods. Why? Because I was spoiled.
Because you could do it.
I could
Why
do
not?
it. I could do it. I'm like,
Such
I can
terrible, terrible conditions.
I didn't avoid.
Gosh, I could put my 160-meter antenna up.
Steve, no one talks to me on 160, but I've got the best antenna you've ever seen. Oh man, I had it, and I've been humbled in the fact that I've had to go back.
This guy will talk to you on 160.
Yeah, he will. Talk about cars and music and the blues. Yes, he will. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like this.
We got to catch up with old Don. But this has forced me, and it's kind of re-energized me to really thinking about starting over again. 100 watts in a wire is about, there was a lot of going off a little bit. It's starting to kick in, guys. The Willie Nelson, whatever that drink is, or whatever it is, it's starting to kick in. I'm getting a little.
My brother's been doing the drinks, and they hooked me up with a couple cans a while back, and I kind of like them. They work pretty well.
All right.
Yeah, because you just take a couple sips, you can really regulate the vibe, and it kicks in within like 15 minutes. So it's not like a gummy where you eat it and you're like, all right, an hour and a half later, I'm like, oh god, I'm glued to the couch.
I'm
You
stoned.
can just take a couple little nips, and then and then you can it's all right. That's where I want to be, and I can just maintain that real easy, liking the drinks.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that.
Nice.
Does it stay cold? Can you drink it warm? Like I would want to drink it to finish
they come
it.
with this really cool there's like a reseal. They're in a can, like a Red Bull size can, like the little slender ones, and it's got a cool tab on it that like reseals. So you can pop it. There's mildly carbureted, like usually like some sort of a citrus flavor, and then you can seal the lid back, and it keeps it airtight. And I've had one sit. I haven't had one today, but I had one a couple weeks ago. And I just let it sit here on my computer desk, and I just would crack it and had a couple sips and just put it back. Didn't even keep it in the fridge.
Sponsor idea. A sponsor idea. Watch it all unfold. Oh, that would be great.
The brand was like Sunnies or something like that. I think that was the brand, but I think there's several of them.
You're in the mix.
Because here in Maryland now we have it's been legalized, and we have the store. So anyone can just, if you're over 21, you roll in and
look. We all have neck pain and anxiety, and look at Steve. He's a goddamn mess. He needs some of it. Look at Scotty. Look, he needs help. Look at me. I need help.
Oh, I need lots of help.
We need help. We all need help. Sponsored by Help. Helpinthecan.com. Scotty's had 3. So
That's
getting
it.
back quickly to the 71 foot, I it's not quite an inverted L, but kinda, and I remember K3LR, Mr. Duffy told me, he said I had and that was years ago, Steve. I mean, 10 years ago, he was still a huge monster station contester. Like,
even today, it's even bigger.
He's a king, he's a king. Mm-hmm. And he said, when I started out, I lived in such and such a space, and I had to zigzag my line. He's like, don't don't worry, basically, essentially. Don't trip on how you've got to move your wire. You don't maybe want to kink it now or bend it, but zigzagging, tie it to the fence, So I always kept that with me all these years. Now that I'm playing with these tough spaces and these tricky conditions, it's kind of got me back to the real reason that this whole thing started was 100 watts in a tree, whatever you can do to get out. And so I'm kind of feeling like I'm working my way back again, kind of way. And it's fun.
Full circle.
I do miss those antennas and those options, but man, they kept you busy, Steve. You stay busy. I mean, you've got 2 towers. I can't imagine. There's always some work to do.
There's always something. It's there's always maintenance that has to go on, and then did I get it done in time for trying to put it off and get everything else, but yeah, the fall maintenance and then reliving that time when I had to do antenna repairs in the middle of winter, and there's 2 feet of snow on the ground, and I got a coax that went bad because I used a crimp connector, and stupid things like that. So it's yeah, it keeps you busy, and the more hardware you have outside, the more you got to deal with it, and so
So
and
it's
that's
definitely a blessing and a
mhm,
privilege and what have you, but you do
mhm.
kind of pay for it in the upkeep because there's a lot to.
Yep.
I mean, even when I had 8 antennas up, I was doubling stuff. And then Steve was an enabler. Just throw it up there. They'd say, throw it up there. Okay, I got 8 antennas like a spider web over here. It wasn't an antenna farm. It was a garden though. And
Oh,
so
there was
anyway,
antennas everywhere.
it's you can do it, and the challenge is trying to figure out, And I was looking at ropes. I'm like, wow, that is up in an oak tree. I kept them. I kept them all over. Because in my mind, even if I wanted to come back for a week between Christmas, throw up an antenna, I got the ropes. I'm keeping the ropes up there, and I moved them. Talking about some kind of fall. These old oak trees, I don't expect that they're going to grow up anymore and squeeze it, but they could have something. So I exercised the ropes up there
Yeah,
at that particular station. Oh, you guys add anything you want to that. Kind of that's where I am with the EndFed. And I know I'm getting a little chatty because it's kicking in. What was it? Buzzedinabottle.com.
Right. When the leaves start to fall here, I'm hoping to get another wire up here. I'm currently running. Just so everybody knows, I'm running a really compromised antenna. 2 years ago at Dayton, I saw Comet had like this multi-band ham stick thing. So it was like a ham stick dipole, but then it had a couple little loading coils on the end. So like these little star things sticking out, and then so I ended up getting one of those,
Who is
and
that
that's what I have
fluttering?
currently up on a microphone stand on that little rooftop thing that I have. And that's my current antenna,
All right.
and it's really narrow band, and it actually works okay on 20 and above. Not great, but I can like chase POTA and stuff during the day when the higher bands are active, and I can get out pretty, not big signal across country, but I can get out to the Colorado area pretty well with a decent signal. It's terrible on 40, but if the conditions are just right, I can get it loaded up because I have a massive antenna tuner, one of these old MFJ things that's with can handle like 2,500 watts, and
Wow.
it'll tune a Volkswagen Beetle. So the little narrow band Comet multi-band hamstick thing. I tune the coils for the center of the band, and then I can just muscle it with the MFJ, and I can run FT8 and all the way to the top of the band with terrible efficiency, but it gets me on the air somewhat. I got in briefly with Steve with the net. I think was it last week or the week before, just barely
Yeah, it
at the noise
was
floor.
just the noise floor was kind of high at this end, but no, you were there.
Yeah,
I recognized your voice and everything, but yeah, it was brutal. It was that day we had a lot of thunderstorms in the country.
but I've been all summer I've been spying some sort of path behind this weird place that I live for another wire antenna, and I found one that'll work for a 40 meter EndFed, half wave EndFed. And I tried on 4th of July. So one of the things I have to worry about is the surrounding businesses. So if I'm out in the middle of the day, throwing ropes into the neighboring businesses' trees across the beer garden that's out back, they're going to come yell at me. So I got to do it on like a major holiday. So I try to get the wire up. I made a 40-meter halfway EndFed. I bought a little ballon off some guy in Tennessee that makes EndFed unends and sells them on eBay for like $40. And cut the wire. I have some wire left over from my DX Commander that I take camping, and tried to put it up, but there's coming off the roof, and then I got to go across the creek, and then I got to walk around the block, and then I got to like sneaky jump over the fence into the beer garden, and get my little arborist weight and get it up in this one tree, and try to pull the wire up. And I did it. I was like at the crack of dawn on the 4th of July when I knew everybody was going to be closed. There wasn't going to be anybody in town, and I'm trying to pull this thing up, and the rope down in the creek, and it's caught up in all these weed trees that's on the other side of the creek bed, and I'm yanking and I'm yanking and I'm yanking, and I can't get the damn thing up, and I'm out there for like 2 hours. I got a pole. I'm trying to like get it up out of the weed trees, and then people are starting to look at me funny. They started getting hot as shit, and Kelly and I had a party to go to, so I had to bail on it and pull everything down and pull it back up. So this winter, when all those little crappy trees died off and all the leaves come off the trees I'm gonna maybe on Thanksgiving morning I'll try to get it up there again, but it's the perfect length. It's for a 40-meter EndFed. It'll be completely horizontal off the roof to the tree or the creek bed, so that'll put it about 25 to 30 feet above ground for that spot there, maybe 20 feet up on the far end, 25 feet on the house, just horizontal flat top. So I think that'll work pretty well if I can just stealthily get the wire up in the beer garden. I already have my old 80-meter EndFed wire still hanging I had to cut it because of the power line debacle from the local power company. And so there's a wire dangling over top of the beer garden, which is my old 80-meter EndFed.
I love that story.
I can't use that path anymore because of the power lines, and that's why I took the wire down. I never took it down. I just cut it off the end outside my window and then just let it swing down over the creek.
Yeah,
I'm going to try again, though, to get this 40-meter one up, and hopefully have a somewhat decent antenna again here at the homestead, so that'd be nice.
There's a couple of nice trees around right out back. There's some big old oak trees, but I'd have to go over the power line. I mean, like... It's like, I don't know, I imagine watching movies with Raquel Welch or early Sophia Loren. It's like you fall in love with that, and it's like that tree's right there, and I can't do anything with it. It's like, damn it. And so, it's the best I can do with what I have, with all these temptations. Like, they're there, but they're across the power lines, and don't ever do that, boys and girls. That's not.
Nope.
That is not a healthy way to go.
Nope.
Well,
you end up losing on that one.
There's so many things that we could talk about. I think
Jim put a question in the chat. Jim put a question in the chat. I copied it over to our behind-the-scenes chat.
I'm sorry.
Before we go.
Well, can you read it for me? I've lost.
Yeah, he's just asking if Sidecar's double bazooka video is still on the YouTubes.
Oh, it is. I can answer that for sure.
Oh, speaking about that, yes, I got last Sunday, a gentleman checked in on the net, and he asked me that am I the one that he realized I was the one that did the video, and he built it. He built his very first double bazooka.
Excellent.
And it's working great. He's super happy with it. Did a little bit different on the center T, which was the whole point of the part of the point of the video was, hey, put your spin on it. Don't do this is just the way I did it, but it just gives you an idea and he ran with it, and he's just super happy with it. And so yeah, it's still up. I hope. And
it's still up. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a copy of it on my backup server from when I was doing the editing for those videos. So
yeah,
it's still around. If it's not on YouTube, I got a copy if it needs to go somewhere.
Yeah,
it's good. It's all good. Yeah, I guess that's it. We can wrap it up and then turn our attention over to the net. Steve's going to be operating tonight. Ask him what's going on with him and how it feels and all those things to have a smooth, sexy chest from people chafing your nips. Not the nips.
All the hair off my chest from the patches from the EKGs.
And now you shave
I'm
his
still
balls.
Still pulling adhesive off your skin.
What's next? My ass?
I'm still doing that.
Damn it.
I was
hear
a
a flutter.
cardiologist
You hear that
a while back
fluttering?
and had an EKG stress test, and yeah, I was pulling the adhesive from the patches off for a while after, and all my bald spots from being shaved and stuck.
Yeah. You look like a sad chicken naked.
Look at that. It's like it was spotty. Like, oh, what's wrong with you?
We've all seen that chicken. Sad chicken. My brothers, I thank you. This was therapeutic. I think that's the way to go. We'll just bring it in, let the people open the door, ask us what they want to ask us. We'll talk about what's going on. A couple things we can touch on is some of the prep ideas for next week for fall, like things we should be thinking about with taping and that sort of stuff. That's always a good this time of year. Before the snow flies, I think is how we hams like to phrase that. And any other things.
If I get a decent camera, maybe I'll document my attempt at putting this stupid 40-meter EndFed.
Yes.
Yeah,
That would be
I know
awesome.
I talk about my crappy situation here, but unless you see the chaos that is historic Ellicott City, I cannot describe how insane it is to try to get a wire antenna up in this area. So maybe I'll do like I'll get a little video and I'll be like, all right, this is the shithole that I'm working with here. Let's get this wire up.
Ah, man, you're doing the best you can with what you have, and that's all you can do. And I think that's like the whole point. And so whether you're starting out or you're returning to the hobby, you need a place to hang. You want to ask questions without any judgment. I mean, we are not the people to be judging anybody. And it wasn't really so long ago that me and Scotty were getting started, and guys like Steve came and he picked me up 1,000 times. So we've been there, and we're ready to go there.
We
with
all
you too.
been there. I mean, I started just a couple years before you did, so we were all green behind the ears and didn't know jack diddly squat, and we just kind of went
Still
down
don't.
this adventure we call ham
Yeah.
radio, and we're still
don't.
idiots. I mean, I'm okay with it.
I mean, the bar is up here. It's Jane Goodall and her monkeys, and then we're somewhere.
We're the monkeys. We're down here.
It's like
We're just monkeys down here. No.
banana.
Speaking of 40 meters, Don's posted the frequency for the net, 7218.
Go chase them down, everybody. We will catch you again next week.
I'll
Thank
find
you,
a
man.
spot on 20 meters here in a few.
And we'll post
And
everything usually
and I'll try
on
to
the
check
Discord.
in on my ugly stick.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do too. We'll see what we can do tonight on 71 feet of wire
Ooh, there
in
you
a
go.
tree. Let's see.
I'm sure I'll hear everyone, but no one will hear me. But that's usually the case, and that's okay.
We'll listen for you, and we'll come back next week. You guys have questions, just drop us a line. It's easy to do, and it's easy on Discord. We're, of course, on Facebook as well. So the community is there and hopes to be there where you are. But now we are going to the air. 73, Steve and Scotty, have a great week. We'll talk to you
7-3,
soon.
guys.
This was a lot of fun, man. Let's do it again sometime.
Take care, and by all means, please try and stay. We'll do it next week. How about that? Next week. Can we make a thing? We'll do it next week. Hell or high water, or God rest the Queen. No, wait, what is it?
You two will be at it. You two will be at it next week, because if my cardiologist says okay, Wednesday I'm heading down to Tucson. I'm going to the duct tape drags, and that's Friday, Saturday, and then traveling back on Sunday. So
Okay. Scotty, you want to
I'm
hold
gonna
one down
be-
with me, or we'll see what
Yeah, we can do that. The following weekend of the 25th, I will actually be doing a little bit of solo camping that weekend. So and I'll be coming back that Sunday. So I may or may not be here for that week in time to get cleaned up for the.
We'll keep it flexible.
podcast.
We'll keep it flexible. And you know what? Sunday always works great. But I mean, even if we have to change a day, if a day works better for somebody, whatever. Let's just go have a good time. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you, guys. And we'll do whatever as, what's the catchphrase? But please try and stay above the noise. That's it. See you tonight. Good night. Beep, beep, beep.
To join the 100 Watts in a Wire community, visit 100wattsinawire.com.